Hello, and welcome to the case analysis for Mountain Man Brewing Company. This presentation is being presented by Ashley Parker, Sydney Grease, Ken Rail, and Tim Carney. Mountain Man Beer Company was founded in 1925 by Guntar Prango. He reformulated a family brew recipe from a rare strain of barley, Bavarian hops. This resulted in flavorful yet bitter-tasting beer, which was then named Mountain Man Lager. By the 1960s, Mountain Man Lager had built its reputation throughout the East Central region, most popular in West Virginia. By 2005, Mountain Man Brewing Company was generating over $50 million in revenue and selling over 520,000 barrels to beer distributors. Mountain Man Brewing Company has been able to create a strong brand for Mountain Man Lager throughout the East Central region in the United States, and in particular the state of West Virginia. West Virginia is known for its hard-working, tough, blue-collar lifestyle. In addition, those that live in West Virginia take pride in this lifestyle, and MMBC has utilized this when marketing Mountain Man Lager. As a result, the hardworking men in the East Central region drink Mountain Man Lager, which is known as West Virginia's beer. In addition, market research has shown that Mountain Man Lager is a very recognizable brand amongst working-class males in the East Central region of the United States. MMBC is also an independent family-owned brewery, which increases the authenticity of their product in the mind of the customer. Brand awareness and brand loyalty is also aided by MMBC, being a family-owned brewery. Mountain Man Lager separates itself from other brands through several qualities. This lager has a distinct bitter flavor and a slightly higher alcohol content when compared to other domestic beers, which is appealing for the hard-working men in the East Central region. Also, Mountain Man Lager is a dark brown lager bottled in a dark brown bottle, which is more masculine and creates an image in the minds of the consumers as being a tough beer. The label on the bottle also depicts an image of a coal miner, which relates to even the more working-class men of West Virginia, since West Virginia produces more coal than almost any other state in the United States. Mountain Man Lager's customers mostly consist of blue-collar, middle to lower-income males that are 45 years of age or older. MMBC's promotion of Mountain Man Lager is slightly different when compared to other brands. MMBC utilizes a small sales team which focuses on selling Mountain Man Lager to mostly liquor stores and supermarkets. 60 to 70% of MMBC sales are to those locations. MMBC also promotes their product through grassroots marketing as opposed to lifestyle marketing that most brands of beer utilize. The brand of Mountain Man Lager began to decline for several reasons. Repealed arcane laws, which previously limited the promotion of beer, contributed to increased competition. As a result, retail stores began selling the beer at a huge discount and typically only carried brands that improved their bottom line. This made it less likely that brands such as Mountain Man Lager would sell in retail establishments. In addition, the population of beer drinkers now consisted of a younger population of people from ages 21 to 27 years old who prefer drinking this light beer. This caused the sales of light beer to increase dramatically, while at the same time decreasing the sales of Mountain Man Lager. Is Mountain Man Light feasible for MMBC? Well, in order for Mountain Man Light to remain feasible, light beer products must be formulated so that they remain a competitive player in the industry. Long-term financial growth must also be considered. Before the production of light beer, in 2005, revenues decreased by 2%, which caused MMBC to struggle against larger competitors. It was noted that the light beer was gaining popularity, therefore becoming a trend especially for younger consumers. With light beer totaling over 18.7 barrels, it became the assumption that MMBC, the annual growth rate, would be 0.25% for the following years. In order for Mountain Man Light to break even in 2 years, they must extend their product line to include light beer, and this will help them to break even. Please refer to the following slides regarding the break-even analysis. Based on financial projections made a few weeks prior to the Mountain Man Light launch, it was indicated that a regional revenue growth for the Mountain Man Light beer product at 4% annually, and the steady growth of the shares for the regional light beer by 0.25% for each year, which will allow Mountain Man Light to break even in 2 years. The launch of Mountain Man Light would not require capital expenditures in plant and equipment in the short term due to existing excess capacity in the Mountain Man's facility. By selling enough barrels to cover both the associated launch marketing and incremental SG&A expenses to make up for the negative impact on overall profitability resulting from potential loss of Mountain Man Lager sales, Mountain Man Light would generate a profit within 2 years. Please refer to the chart on the next page. Here you will find the break-even analysis, which is based on an intensive 6-month advertising campaign in the East Central region, which would cost $750,000. Anticipated $900,000 in annual selling, general, and administrative cost. An increased cost of $4.69 per barrel of light beer. This results in an average of 0.25% market share that is required to break even for the years 2006 and 2007. Younger drinkers are now the majority in the key consumer segment, with 27% of total beer consumption. Launching Mountain Man Light could also lead to the opportunity of a potential 0.25% market share annual increase from the regional light beer market. On this slide, you will find the pros and cons. The pros. Targeting the younger generation with the launch of Mountain Man Light will increase MMBC's customer value for a lifetime because once the consumers are hooked and respect the company's brand name, the assumption would be that these consumers would become loyal to this brand. Market research has also shown that light beer is appealing to women. So launching Mountain Man Light could also target another group of people that the Mountain Man Lager did not. Market research has also shown that there is no preference in light beer at restaurants and bars. MMBC could also gain a potential of 0.25% market share annually from the regional light beer market. MMBC is also already a market leader with an established brand name, so launching Mountain Man Light may make consumers curious and excited to try it. The cons. MMBC does not have the marketing budget to compete in the light beer market. With a small marketing team, MMBC will spread resources of the company even thinner if they add a new brand to the company. MMBC could also risk their reputation of the company by coming out with a new brand because of the opinions of the core consumers. If the core consumers do not like the fact that MMBC is coming out with a new beer, they may not stay loyal to the company. In conclusion, there is opportunity for MMBC to increase sales by launching Mountain Man Light. As long as MMBC sticks to a strategic marketing plan to promote Mountain Man Light without losing the perception of a working man's beer, this will help maintain current customer loyalty. It will be imperative to target those younger populations and women, and also expand sales force to promote Mountain Man Light to bars and restaurants. Also, in reference to expansion, it will be important for MMBC to focus on a larger geographic territory. Based on the numbers referenced in the break-even analysis, MMBC should be turning a profit with Mountain Man Light in approximately 2 years. Thank you for listening.